Hey, I decided to randomly go live. So I know I didn't give any notice. So I don't know who's going to get on and who's not going to get on. I just got off of live on my clinic channel, committing to doing better. And I originally was going live over there on Wednesdays. Well, at first I was doing long form content over there on Wednesdays, but it got to be a lot, you know. Excuse me. Even when you all see like a video, maybe 15 minutes, right? I might have took 30 minutes. Well, that might be an exaggeration. I might have took 22 minutes worth of video, but after editing and this, and that, it comes out to 15 minutes. So, but to edit, it all depends on how much ooh la la I want to put on it, So that could take, you know, an hour or two and things of that nature. So I said, you know what? My clinic channel is very, very small. Like I don't even have 50 subs. Um, so like when you don't have 50 subs, at least 50 subs, you can't go live from from your phone. Hey Jeff, how you doing this hump day? Um, so I always have to go live from my laptop over there on the clinic. But anyway, I had went live, like I told y'all Sunday. I am working to be very intentional because the difference between me and other people is other people show up. They consistent, right? So you really can't complain or have a gripe if you're not consistent. So what I was talking to over on my clinic channel was why women in midlife must stop guessing about their health. So it was a quick little 1 2 1 2, and then I was like, you know what? Let's see what everybody up to. Hey, Adasol, who else? Jeff said, what is your clinic channel? I'll subscribe to it. Thank you, Jeff. Um, I could trust y'all. I'll put it in the chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jeff. I be trying to keep things separate, but I know I talk about it a lot over here. So thank you for doing that. But anyway, I was like, let me see what my people up to. As y'all see, I kept my word. Like I told y'all Sunday that I will be doing uploads on Tuesday and Thursday. And I did it. Now I didn't post it until like 10, but it was still Tuesday. So I don't know if you all had a chance to look at the video. It basically was me highlighting why I felt this book, Mel Robbins, the Let Them Theory, was actually a really good book for former JWs who may be on the fence, who want to leave, but that fear of shunning holds them back and things of that nature. So I talked about why I felt this was such a good book to kind of help people navigate that space and everything. So I kept my word. I got that up. So I tomorrow plan to do my Black men and why it's time to prioritize your health video. I know we got a lot of I ain't gonna say a lot. I know it's at least a handful of Black men who rock with me over here. And so um, you know, I'm always gonna look out for y'all. That video inspiration came from, I'm not sure if y'all heard of Kev on Stage. He like a social media uh, comedian and things like that. I think he do stand up too, but I think he kind of got his start doing like skits and things of that nature. So he had posted that he had, just had his annual and this and that. And the comments that he got was crazy. And it was like, why do people do that? I know too many black men who died from heart attacks or not being compliant with their diabetes care plan before they was 50. you know and it's like, I get it. I get it. We definitely have to advocate. When you black in these healthcare spaces, it can be real funky. I have my OB-GYN, my women's doctor, told me I was postmenopausal. Even though I was still having cycles. So I get it. They'll tell you anything. Hey, Esty. But that's why I'm doing the video. That maybe what I plan to put out there, um, you know, will lead you in the right direction, or at least motivate you to, advocate for yourself. And so that's what sparked it. But then a couple of weeks ago, Kid from Kid and Play was on Good Morning America and talked about how he had a heart transplant. I'm like, what? So he was, telling his story, and basically the same thing, like giving excuses to symptoms, and things of that nature. So I want to do that video and get it out tomorrow. I'm trying to figure it out. I think YouTube is definitely. I don't think YouTube is pushing smaller channels like they might have been when like I think I was maybe at the tail end of it, where they was pushing smaller channels, right? Um, so outside of the real ones, the people who really rock with me, I don't know how many new eyes get on the content. Like my colon cancer video, I thought that was a really good video, and I don't even think it got 50 views. Um, so like I always say, um, I'm just keep putting out what I feel compelled to put out, from my heart. So that's the next video, because I was supposed to do that weeks ago. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I had Good Morning America on. So when they do the little trailer to let you know what the show gonna be about that day, I was like, what? I love me some Kid and Play, okay? Like, love them. So, if he would have ended up passing, I'd have been so devastated. But yeah, so I just want to talk about that. Um, and then I got other videos. Like I say, I was like, okay, let me be realistic. 2 videos a week. And then a live. But then I jumped on this live just because I had finished doing the live over there on my clinic page. And I was like, well, let me see what everybody up to. Me and my husband, I've been wanting to become a pseudo minimalist for a while. Um, and I feel really compelled to do it. So I'm like, I plan on doing like a big purge, y'all. And so he seemed to be on board. So I told him we can't wait to the weekend. We call it power hour, where we'll tackle a room for at least an hour and then check in and see how we feel. If we still feel like, pushing through, then, we do another hour, that kind of thing. But I told him we can't just have it be, you know, the power hour on the weekend. So I told him we can take 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, you'd be surprised what you can straighten up, clean up, throw away and things like that. So he up there then kind of dozed off. He's like, I'll be ready at 7. So I was like, well, let me see what my people are up to. Let's see, Jeff said, I'll check out the colon video when I get to work tomorrow morning. I usually have some quiet time when my day starts. Okay, cool. Hey, when I tell you, years ago, had to be 2016, because my husband he had Facebook friend requested me, and he was my friend, but I didn't never, think nothing of it. He'll like things from time to time, and I had went down to Atlanta in July of 2016, and to see my cousin. I got family down there, but it was like an old school concert, but it was like Salt and Pepper, Kid and Play, like it was just from that era. And when I tell you I had a ball, my cousin and them was looking, her friends was looking. Because when I tell you I knew every Kid and Play song, every Salt and Pepper song, they was like, oh, you weren't playing, you for real. I'm like, yeah, like on repeat. Love Kid and Play. Okay. Even when everybody started dissing them and all that stuff. But yeah, y'all. How y'all Wednesday going? Oh, the other thing is I'm back exercising, y'all. Getting that done in the daytime instead of waiting late at night. Then you don't feel like doing it. So I'm making some progress, getting my life together. Took the dogs on a walk and things of that nature. Um, it was something. I be feeling like I don't be wanting to give like too much leeway, y'all. But I got a video that's gonna be coming out. I might do it next week in regards, because I ain't etched it all the way out, but how they didn't kind of quietly, or at least to me it seemed quietly, have basically said, Bethel is no longer like a career move, right? It's no longer a long-term thing. I'm still trying to put together what angle I want to come from that, because I want to look at possibilities as to why that is. So I'm trying to balance it out. Non JW content, JW content. So anyway, what y'all doing tonight? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Ain't nothing really on TV good. I didn't watch all the series that's out. I think something coming out on Netflix on the 13th, some true crime that might be interesting. I didn't watch Love is Blind, and that was not really surprising. As far as who got married, who didn't get married. So March 8th, haven't been able to find any other women, which I'm really surprised, to join me and Courtney on that panel. But fellas, like I said, we're going to be talking about things from the perspective of, women in the organization, leaving the organization and things of that nature. Ain't doing much. I hear you. So don't feel like just because, it's women focused. We would love to have your insight because, like I say, doing panels with Jerron, doing, panels with Tim, Isaac from Tune Up Your Mind. Well, we haven't done a panel, but just, talking in the comments and stuff like that. Like, I know Isaac is somebody who he loved when I do women perspective JW content, and so I think that'll be pretty dope to do on International Women's Day. So we have that coming on the 8th. For those who are members, which I need to make a graphic for it, we're going to do a members only live on Friday. And that focus will be kind of talking about like becoming, who you want to become, what are you doing, goals and things of that nature. So it'll be that kind of live. I'm the type of person, I realized a few years ago, like January is not my real start of the year. Like for me, my year starts in April. So I'm building up momentum for April. So for me, so sometimes if it seems like I'm behind, the normal calendar as far as goals and getting life together and things like that, I just realized like, I think April's more my new year. So, but Yeah, what else I got going on, y'all? Went and got my hair retightened, so if it look a little bit more crispier. I really think I'm gonna end up combing my locks out, y'all. I'm trying to hold on to them. The cut is like it's kind of growing back already. The cut definitely helped, but I don't know. I just feel like I think the season of it might be coming to an end. So I go to somebody who she she liable to quit, any day. So I was telling my husband yesterday, I said, she was really talking like she kind of tired of doing hair. And I said she didn't started back. She had got into selling plants like kind of like exotic, rare, plants and things of that nature. And so she had that stuff up. She had the greenhouse and the lights and all this stuff. And I was like, I feel like she probably about to stop doing hair again. So I said, well, if she stopped doing hair, I'm gonna take that as my sign to go ahead and comb them out and just, kind of just let my hair be for a little bit, and then I definitely would get locked again, but I probably wouldn't get sister locks. I probably would do a bigger lock so that I can maintain it. You talking about your hair don't start to me? Yeah, I think for me, when I realized I hit my stride or whatever that feeling I had in April, um, was probably a few years ago. Um, and I think some people, I ain't into all the universal spiritual stuff. I know a little bit, but I ain't no, scholar in it. um I think they say that like that's the true new year, because that's kind of like, spring, so it's like new and growth, and the leaves are coming back, and life or whatever. So when I had read that somewhere, I said, well, that makes sense, because like I got married in April. you know I opened my clinic in April, and like I just think back and I be like, yeah, April, May, I be like in my groove. um yeah, but like, yeah, usually like after my birthday I be on Struggle Street. February I be on Struggle Street, which is crazy. hmm I don't know what we're gonna eat for dinner. I definitely didn't feel like cooking, and I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we'll be, I don't know, figuring it out. Well, y'all, that's it. I ain't got much else going on. I oh, I don't know if y'all even know who Erica Kirk and Candace Owens is, but honey, Candace Owens, I guess her stance is she not believing the narrative about Charlie. And this woman then went on, when I say deep dive investigation into who Erica Kirk really is. It is, I was like, if you want somebody to find out every nook and cranny about somebody, y'all need to hire Candace Owens. But it's like she had a series and she's calling it The Bride of Charlie. So like a play on the Bride of I guess Frankenstein, or the Bride of Chucky. Well, I tell you, this girl, it's crazy. But I just it's crazy, Jeff. But I think after episode 2, because I, was listening to it like a podcast, cleaning up, doing whatever I was doing. I was like, I don't even care no more. Like, just get to the good part. She done took us back to 5, 6 generations ago. It's like, girl, just get to the point. So I found a couple of people who summarized it well. And it's crazy out here, y'all. The world is crazy. But I say, as long as you find you something, it anytime I feel like if people have these three things in place, usually they'll, can bring themselves back to center. Have something to work towards, have someone to look up to, and have something to look forward to. Right? If you usually have those three things, you can bring yourself back to center. So with all this going on overseas in the Middle East and stuff like that, I was like, okay, I gotta take a break because I was just every time in some of these political stations, channels, they will post. It seemed like three times in an hour. So you just sucking it up, sucking it up, sucking it up. So I was like, let me get back to my three rules of life. So I'm working towards consistency across the board in my life. I have people to look, forward, look up to, and I'm looking forward to seeing the fruits of my labor, that kind of thing. But it's crazy. Let's see. Jeff said, even when I agree with her, which is very, very rare, I can't stand. I was just like, I couldn't do after episode 2. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm gonna have to go find the cliff notes. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, so I thought it was gonna be like maybe 3 parts, something like that. I think it's where's my phone? Hold on, guys. I think it's 6 parts. Uh-oh. Let me see. I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, how many parts is it gonna be? Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. But honey, Candace, she she is vested. Let's see. Yeah, episode 6. She talking about what happened in Romania. It's like, what? It's like, what? Crazy. But anyway, y'all, that's it. Let me go on up here so I can put. Oh my God, here go this guy. Here go this guy. Y'all see this guy? What is this? Brethren Lee 1404. Do y'all see him? This guy is I don't know. So he has I don't believe he watches any of my content. I believe he looks at the thumbnail, he looks at the title, and then he makes an assumption. And so what he is doing, he comments, I went back and I could see where he has commented on various videos, of course, only the JW ones. Like he not watching the non-JW ones. And he has commented over like 20 something times. And so today, here he come over here. Now he over here in the live. Okay? Come over here on my Let Them Theory video and want to drop scriptures and do this and in so many words tell you you gonna go to hell, all this stuff. You realize how strange it is to one, engage with content that does not align with what you believe in, right? But to come over here while I'm live putting this stuff in here, something is really wrong. And it's like, it's just crazy. But I had time today, so I went back and forth with him a little bit because when you do that, the algorithm pushes your content out. But I just want everybody to see how weird this is. Big time, Jeff. Big time. Big time. I ain't never have none of them follow into the live. So he got me on the radar. He thinks what did he say earlier? Basically, I'm like, why are you, over here? Why are you engaging in the content if it's something that don't align with you? And he was like, because I'm letting the record show for people looking for the truth or whatever. It's like, okay, well, go on your page and create commentary for what you talking about. I was like, this is just weird. So, but I'm gonna leave them up here so that when people watch the replay, they'll know. But yeah, as the probably tomorrow I'll block them. I don't know how. I'll keep the engagement on there. It pushes out the content. So y'all make sure y'all like the live before y'all go. But this guy is weird. I was trying not to say it, but that's what it is. All right, y'all, let me go be productive and get these things done. I guess he think he's gonna convert y'all over to his YouTube church or whatever it is he think he got going on. Just weird, weird, weird. He must feel I have a powerful voice because he stay over here. Mm-hmm. So you familiar, Brooklyn? Okay. just as just as crazy as all get out. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday. Like I say, I'm trying to keep my word to the Real Ones Tribe. Plan to get that Black men prioritizing a health video up tomorrow. It may not get up until 10 o'clock, but it'll be there, y'all. And then I'll catch y'all back here on Sunday for our International Women's Day. I ain't came up with a name yet. JW Perspective or something like that. All right, SD, Jeff. Brooklyn said I came in late. See you in the next. Yay! I'll see you next time too, Brooklyn. Yeah. All right, y'all. Take care.